What if we just believed that everything we want would just work out? I used to be someone who had an undeniable consciousness, conscious thought that every single thing I wanted was going to work out. I didn't even entertain the fact that things won't work out, and something that I feel I didn't really see coming. And part of me is wondering, am I now spending more time with people that live in doubt? Or was I oblivious to their doubt because I had so much self-belief? It's kind of like an interesting full circle moment. Like I think about the time when I was 16 years old and I decided I want to be a makeup artist. And I was sure. Not like somebody needs to convince me, not like I'm hoping that someone sees the potential in me. Like it was, let's go. The energy was just like, let's do it. Let's be there. Let's make it happen. And it was so undeniable that I was going to do it and I was going to be very successful at it. And I thought at that time that maybe, I don't know if I even, honestly, you know what? I'm not even going to say it. I'm not even going to say I imagined struggle. Like when I thought of doing what I was doing, I didn't imagine struggling. I didn't even think that it would cross my path, that I would feel any sort of discomfort. So when it came, I almost felt unprepared. Like I kind of felt like, all right, well, I'm here and I'm living in this thing and I'm ready for whatever the world has for me. And I know that this is going to be something big, but I was sure. And I think with age, what has happened with me is I think that like I got to a point where I got so, and I've changed my career path in a way. Like I haven't had a very traditional makeup artist career, right? Like I did start at a counter. I started working for myself. I did bridal. I moved to New York. I started doing makeup professionally, working with a bunch of different celebrities and things like that. But very shortly within the starting of my real career as a makeup artist, I started creating videos online. And, at that time it was considered very taboo and very like, okay, like, girl, real makeup artists don't do that. So there was a lot of like resistance within that space of being seen and taken seriously. And a lot of artists will tell you that. It's so funny. It sounds like a figment of your imagination when you say it now because it's so different now. But it was a thing. And so I remember also like the transition into actual content creation and being like, wow, I love this. Like, this is so awesome. This is so great. But there was the moment of like, kind of, I don't know about this. But I remember being sure about that too. I was like, I want to make videos. I love sharing what I know. And I feel like getting to help people is a gift that just keeps giving. And I felt so seen by it and so sure about it. And then I started making videos where I'm not doing makeup, where I'm just talking, where it's just me, right? And I was like, ooh, like, well, I'm not doing this, right? Like, so what happens now? Like, are people going to feel that they are not getting a tool from me? I'm not being useful. Which is so crazy because if you think about like when you hang out with your girlfriends, right? Like, let's take it offline right now for a second. When you hang out with your girlfriends, you don't think about the fact that are you useful? Like, obviously you want to be helpful. Like, you know what I mean? Like if your girlfriend needs something, like you want to like show up and like be there for her and things like that. But I think that like you really just want to sit and talk and like hang out and like exchange information and like support each other and be connected. And like that is the purpose. And I think somewhere along the way, I started to get in love with the fact that I needed to do something in order to be valuable to you. And it starts with me. That's the thing I've been learning over the past year is it starts with me. Like I am saying this to myself. You're not saying it to me. You're not like, oh my God, Delina, like I need you to be useful. You're not saying that. But in my mind, I'm like, why else would you watch the video if we're just talking, if we're just rapping? And I'm like, I watch videos all the time where people are just talking and rapping. Like, because I just want to hear their perspective. I just want to hear what they have to say. So I'm going back into this idea of creating videos, right? So I hit this wall, and the wall is I want to create a lot, but I get scared because I worry that my mood is like this, right? And if you notice, a lot of people who feel safe, like in real life, let's just say in real life, are your friends who every time you're with them, you know their mood. If they're constantly like up, down, they don't feel safe. And that's the same thing with being online, right? And I started to feel self-conscious about that. I started to feel self-conscious about the fact that sometimes I feel like I'm in a mood and sometimes I don't know how to like take myself out of that mood so that way I can be here with you. And so I started saying, okay, well, I'm just going to show up the way I feel, however I feel. If I feel good, if I feel bad, if I feel this, if I feel that, like I'm just going to be honest and I'm just going to do it. And I'm like, well, what if, like, I had a thought today. I was praying out loud. I was in the car and I was like, God, but like, what if I can't keep my promise? What if I say I'm going to show up every day and then I don't show up every day? What happens when I miss a day? What happens when I don't do what I told them I was going to do? What happens when they're relying on me or needing me? And this is a very extreme, obviously, thing. You know, like if you don't see a YouTube video from me, you're not going to be like, oh my God, what's happening in my life, right? But in my mind, I'm like, I made a promise to you. So it feels like the relationship that you have with like your personal trainer, or like actually a better way to describe it is not even your personal trainer because she's teaching you. It's like your bestie who you always say you're going to go to the gym with, and you're like, we go 7 a.m. Monday, we go 7 a.m. Monday through Friday, and we always are there from 7 a.m. to 8:15 or however it is. And one day you sleep through your alarm and you don't make it, and your bestie is worried about you, and she's like, oh my God. And I'm just like, I'm scared to let you down. And I think even more so, I'm scared to let me down. And will I want to show up again if I let you down? And going back to the whole theme of this, what if you just believed everything works out? Like, you don't have to go to the gym every day to gain muscles, right? Like, you don't. You don't have to, to gain muscles. It's like not necessary. You can go 4 times a week. You could go 5 times a week. You could actually end up like if you're working out for a year and you skip like 2, 3 weeks consecutively or throughout the year, it's not going to make a difference. And I don't hold enough grace for myself. I don't. I am very hard on myself. And I think that the standard of which I see my excellence and what it's supposed to be has only grown as the older I get, because the more I have achieved, and the more I have achieved, the more I look at things and I go, this has to go well. This can't be something that doesn't go well. And this is a big moment for me because when I created main character, I really was thinking about like, how do I just show up, be me, and let that be enough? Not entertain, not necessarily have a subject or a specific thing that I'm talking about that makes me valuable. How do I show up in a way that I can just be and that's enough? And I think the way to do it is to realize that like imperfection is the standard. And that's coming from somebody who loves to be like, okay, great, perfect, right? That's one of my favorite phrases. That's one of the ways that I live. That's how I actually communicate with people. And I'm realizing, like, if I just believed that everything would work out, how different my life would be in this exact moment. How little I would wake up in the middle of the night scared, praying, meditating, trying to figure things out, not being able to sleep. How little I would do that if I just said, God, I trust you. I know that this is working out. Everything is working out in my favor. One of my really good friends says, I don't know how. He took this phrase from someone. He was like, I don't know how, but like whatever's happening, I'm paraphrasing, I can never remember the exact words, it's going to be 10x better than I imagined. And the older I get, the more I realize your mind, my mind, is the biggest reason as to why I haven't gotten what I want as immediately as I have quote unquote desired it, right? Like it's not that the desire has been snuffed out. It's that the desire isn't rooted. It's not rooted in knowing. Because when it's rooted in knowing, then it just happens. Then it just flows. Then your mood isn't connected to your achievement. And as a woman who's a first generation immigrant daughter in America, my parents are from Eritrea, the idea of success, doing, performance, entertainment, the desire to be seen, known, heard, achieving something is equated to my value. Because that's just the culture. That's just the culture. That's the way that I was brought up. That's what it is. So taking that, dismantling it, breaking it, understanding that I simply just have to desire and I'm already worthy is the work, is the self-work. So I am going to leave you with that question. What if we just believed? That is where I'm living. I believe that everything I want and desire is possible because I am worthy, because I am me, I am alive, I am healthy, I am wealthy, I am abundant, I am happy, I am so thankful. I am grateful for my love. I am grateful for the love of self. I am grateful for my partner. I am grateful for my family. I am grateful for the lessons that people teach me. Every single day, I am grateful, I'm grateful, I'm grateful. And living in that gratitude, that thankfulness, and at the same time saying, God, I desire this. I desire this. And I believe that you have it covered because I know that the desire in my heart was put there by you. That's it. See you later.